Well, after the end of brilliant into last season when Liverpool won their 20th title, along with PSG winning the Champions League for the first time, along with the shot of Sunderland getting promoted after beating Sheffield United in the playoff final in over 90 days ago, alongside as well, probably had one of the good seasons across not just in the UK but also across Europe. But we are back for a new season, and there's also the Premier League's back as well. And welcome to the usual Saturday show. Yes, welcome. We are back for another new season of another new episode of the Saturday Show. We're back here every Saturday mornings here live at 11 o'clock, wherever you are, UK or across the globe as well. I am Karl as your host as well. Listen, we've got loads of things to talk about. We're going to talk about the end of the team news between Aston Villa against Newcastle, two teams who one of them did miss out on a bit of a difficult time with the transfer window. We'll talk about that. We also talk about last night's game between Liverpool against Bournemouth as well, briefly, about and the controversy with Semenyo being racially abused by one of the Liverpool fans. We'll discuss that as well, and also we'll discuss some other news and topics along the way, of course, to the show. But let's get on with the start of the weekend. We're gonna get with the usual back. I am back with all this one thing. It's me. I always do best. It's always the fixtures, and here we talk to discuss today. So at 12:30 today, we've got Aston Villa against Newcastle United. Fulham go away to Brighton. Fulham have not made a lot of big signings at the moment. They've only made one signing. And it's a big return for Sunderland after more than over 6 years away for the Premier League. They're against West Ham later at 3 p.m. today. Spurs at home to Burnley under the new manager of Thomas Frank's first home game as a Spurs manager. And then Man City, they go away to Wolves later on in the 5:30 kickoff. In the Championship, Derby at home to Coventry City in the 12:30 kickoff, alongside with Norwich City going away down to Fratton Park, while Wrexham at home to West Brom at 12:30 as well. Birmingham City, they go away to Blackburn Rovers at 3 o'clock. Bristol City at home to Charlton Athletic. Millwall at home against Middlesbrough. Leicester City go away to Preston. Sheffield Wednesday, we're under the current situation. They're at home to Stoke City. Swansea at home to Sheffield United as well, and also Watford against QPR. And in League One, we've got Burton Albion against Port Vale in the one of the 12:30 kickoff. Mansfield go away to Exeter City, while Barnes at home to Bolton Wanderers at 3 o'clock. But Huddersfield Town start their unbeaten run quite well. They go away to Blackpool. Bradford at home to Luton Town, one of the promotion chasers. Cardiff City at home to Rotherham United. Doncaster Rovers against Wycombe Wanderers. Stockport go away down to East London to face Leyton Orient. Lincoln City at home to Plymouth Argyle. And Reading at home to Wolverhampton. Stevenage Town away to Stevenage at home to Northampton Town. And Wigan Athletic at home to Peterborough United. And League Two, only two game lunchtime kickoffs as well. It is Chesterfield against Bristol Rovers and Old Athletic at home to Swindon Town. Walsall go away to Barnet. Barrow at home to Notts County. Bromley at home to Fleetwood Town. Harrogate Town go away to Cambridge United. Crewe Alexandra at home to Crawley Town. Newport County away at Grimsby. Milton Keynes Dons at home to Cheltenham. Salford at home to Accrington Stanley. Colchester go away to Shrewsbury, and Tranmere at home to Gillingham. In the National League, Rochdale at home to Altrincham. Boston go away to Aldershot. Carlisle United against Boreham Wood. Eastleigh against Gateshead. Forest Green Rovers against Yeovil Town, Hartlepool against Braintree Town. There's still no game between Morecambe and Brackley Town due to Morecambe's financial situation. Woking go away to Scunthorpe United, Southampton to Tamworth, Solihull moves away to Sutton United, Wellstone home to Halifax Town, and the 5:30 kick between Truro City against York City. In Scottish League One, because due to we'll get more on the Scottish League Cup. We'll see here that Cove Rangers home to Montrose, East Fife go away to Hamilton, Inver Califissa home to Stenhurst-Muir, and Queenly South against Peterhead. And a couple of games in League, Scottish League 2, Clyde at home to Spartans, alongside Dunbarton against Elgin City, Stranraer away at East Kilbride, Edinburgh City at home to Addin Athletic, and Forfar against Stirling Albion as well. It's going down. We have got the FA Cup first preliminary round stages for the all non-league clubs. Good luck today. In the Scottish League Cup second round. Green at Morton gets Aberdeen. A United go away to Partick Thistle. St John's at home to Motherwell. St Mirren gets Hearts, and a 5:45 kickoff between Rangers against Alloa Athletic as well. And curling down in more games in La Liga's back on tonight. Will Marcus Rashford make his debut tonight? He's away. They're Barcelona away at Mallorca. Alvarez at home to Levante, and then Valencia against Real Sociedad. And we also got the DFB Pokal as well in Germany. Some key interesting game, could be some knockout, some giant kills happen today, but we'll see. And also in the Coppa Italia, the first round as well. And also, we will be talking about the Eredivisie as well, find our way to XR and NEC, our Hercules as well. And go into tomorrow's game. 3 games across the Premier League. Chelsea at home to Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest at home to Brentford. And it's a 4:30 kickoff between Manchester United against Arsenal. We'll get one of our usual co-hosts, Reece, is in the backstage. He will join us shortly as well. And also, Ipswich Town against Southampton, and Oxford go away to Hull City in the Championship. In the preliminary round, some key games in the FA Cup. Where you are, have a good weekend. Hope you have a good time. The second round of the Scottish League Cup, 2 games on Kilmarnock against Dundee United and Livingston against Hibernian as well. In the Spanish La Liga, Celta Vigo home to Getafe, Sevilla go away to Athletic Bilbao, and Espanyol home to Atletico Madrid at 8:30 tomorrow evening. And key games in the D3 Pokal, Frankfurt go to Engels, Mönchengladbach go to Atlas Demtrois, Cologne go to Jan Wolfsburg, and also Augsburg go away to Hauser FC. In the Coppa Italia, into AC Milan at home against Barry, Parma at home to Persa, and Monza at home to Fiorenese as well. And also keep games in the Eredivisie. Ajax away to go hit Eagles, 20 facing against PSV, AZ out go to Volendam, and NC Breda against Fortress started as well. And French League 1, Brest at home to Lille tomorrow, with PSG defending their title there, away to Nantes later on tomorrow evening as well. And to finalise Monday's night kickoff, and we have Leeds United against Everton alongside Betis in Elche in the La Liga as well. So yeah, some key games this course of the weekend as well. So yes, let's now get our guest on who's going to be joining us for this course of the season as well. Let's say good morning to Reece from the Weekly Stage. Hey, good morning, Reece. You are on mute, my friend.
Yes, I am. Good morning. Hello.
How you doing? You ready? You excited for the new season for Manchester United?
Uh, I'm more excited to review the fucking G1 action later tomorrow more instead for New Japan than I am for fucking Man United season. But I honestly I do have some hesitation. Like I won't lie. Like I do have some hesitations. Like I'm concerned about our lack of midfield. I'm always um consistent with our midfield, you know. So I'm worried that's not gonna. Well, hold on 2 seconds. There we go. I am concerned that we don't have the midfield to go where I want us to go, and that's gonna haunt me throughout.
Hmm.
But I think if we there's still time to sign a midfielder, but if we do not sign a midfielder before the end of the season, then I am definitely sticking with where I predict us to finish in the league. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have got Mr. Doug Horne himself. He's actually I have seen your prediction slightly change though, which I did. I was very surprised when I saw it yesterday on my way home. I thought, bloody hell, he's had a change of heart. So yeah,
What's
Doug.
he changed? What's he changed? I haven't seen his changes. What's he done?
Right, Doug, if you could send that link to us on a group chat, I will play it up on the screen because I think everyone was surprised and shocked. So I'll give you 2 teams. I will tell you this: there will be he's changing. Is there's actually 2 teams probably staying up, 2 promoted teams.
Okay, so I have a feeling then. So he's got Sunderland and Leeds to stay up, Burnley to get relegated.
Yes,
So I wonder who he's got the relegations on. That's got me intrigued. I'm gonna guess one of them Wolves,
yes.
and the other one It won't be Brentford. I think that's insane. But
He didn't put West Ham. I can tell you that he didn't put West Ham in that relegation battle.
so definitely Wolves. So he's got Burnley, Wolves. He's not picked Man United. He's not that insane.
No, he wouldn't. No,
Um,
no, he know
uh,
that.
let's see, Wolves, West Ham,
He actually did. I
and
can tell
Burnley.
you. I could tell you. I think he. I remember he did put Brentford in there.
Yeah,
But I might be wrong. But I want to get that. If you could get that up in the group chat on Twitter, and I will share it up because it'll be interesting to see how he's now made that decision. Because I was surprised when I saw it last night on Instagram. So I was like, wow, okay, he has a change of heart. That is a bit surprising before the opening kickoff last night. But
it's certainly there. But in terms of our season, though, it's purely. I'm not bored about the attack. Like we could have signed anybody in the attack. To be honest, that wasn't my concern. For me, it's the midfield. We're so weak at getting turned over in the middle of the park. I feel like if we don't sign a midfielder, then it doesn't really matter how many games we have a week. We're not gonna get anywhere.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely not. Go to the comments. Good morning, Michael. Yeah, hope you're well too. Good to see you on as well. And
Morning.
good evening, good morning, Paul as well. How you doing? I know you're feeling hope against West Ham. Listen, I think you guys are going to do well. You're going to give West Ham a bit of a bit of a bloody up in the nose because I think they're one of your relegation teams. If you get that, it's a 6 point early 6 point. If you beat them, it will boost. I
Who's
think
Paul support? Who's Paul support?
Sunderland.
All right, okay. I think they'll be fine. I think the one thing that surprised me is they sold Joe Bellingham, who obviously I said to you for quite a while. He's a player that I would have loved United to have gone after.
Yeah,
Not to wind up Sunderland fans or nothing, but I really do like Joe Bellingham. I think Joe Bellingham is going to be a lot better than Jude. Like mark my words, he will be a lot better than Jude Bellingham. But Jude Bellingham's a quality
yeah,
player. I think signing Xhaka has made a great signing for them. Obviously, a Bundesliga champion, like won the DFB Pokal as well. Got to the Europa League final, which they narrowly lost, but they were embarrassing to lose that final, to be honest. But I think signing Xhaka is a good move. They've signed Norde Mukwele, so that's an excellent right wing back signing. Can play as a flat back four right back. He can play as a centre back. I think the only thing that concerns me though is who's going to play beside Xhaka in the midfield. I feel like you're going to need a lot of legs to cover Xhaka. It's not that Xhaka's slow or he's old. It's he's not been in the Premier League for 2 years. And this is not disrespect to Xhaka or anything like that. It's no disrespect to the Bundesliga, but like
yeah,
he's going to go straight away from a different intensity to the Premier League intensity, and I don't think his body is going to be fully adjusted to it, especially because he's not used to a fight like this.
mm,
Like he went from Arsenal to Leverkusen, where it's still a top club to a top club. There's very little pressure. There's a lot of pressure with Southampton because Jack has never been in a relegation dogfight, and there's no disrespect to Sunderland or anything like that at all. But
yeah.
he's never been in that before, where Xhaka's leadership is going to be really tested, and it'll be interesting to see how he comes along. I think Sunderland will be okay though. I don't think Sunderland will get relegated, but I think they're going to have a very tricky season if they don't have the midfield sorted.
Absolutely as well. Absolutely as well. Listen, we have got Doug's predictions on from his TikTok channel. Let's see what he has said actually with his predictions.
Premier League season. Burnley, I think they're finishing bottom this season. Sorry, just don't see it. Sunderland, I'm going to go 17th. I think Sunderland do survive. I think they've making some very good signings. Everton, first full season back under David Moyes. I think they'll be absolutely fine. Grealish, Tierno Barry, got Jared Bramthwaite still as well. Yeah, they'll be fine. 11th place for the Ev. Manchester City, I think it's going to be very close this season. I do think it'll be very, very close. City are making some very good signings as well. I'm going to go second for City this season. Tottenham, much big improvement needed. 17th was absolutely unacceptable last season. I'm going to go 8th place for Spurs. Thomas Frank's a good manager. Liverpool, I think we will retain it. Fingers crossed we do. Going to be an emotional night tonight for sure. But I'm going to say that we win the league. Aston Villa, I'm going to go 5th place for Aston Villa, and that would be Champions League football. So 5th place. Wolves, I don't think that they will survive. I think they might go down. I'm a bit worried about the way the Fosen family are sort of going through with this at the moment. I'm going to go, I hate to say this, 19th for Wolves. I think they might go down. Forest, I think they might have a bit of a drop-off this season, especially with the likes of having Europa League football. I'm going to go 12th place for Forest. Chelsea, 4th for me for Chelsea. West Ham, I'm going to go 15th for West Ham. Crystal Palace, I'm going to go 10th. I think they have the last laugh. I think Conference League will be much easier than Europa League for sure. I'm going to go 10th place for Crystal Palace. Arsenal, 3rd place. 3rd this season. Yeah, 3rd. Brighton, going to go 9th. 9th place for Brighton. Manchester United, I'm going to go, as it stands, Sesko and Mbeumo and Cunha in the door. No midfielder, no goalkeeper. 7th place for Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
Leeds United, going to go for them to stay up by the skin of their teeth. 16th. Newcastle, 6th. 6th for Newcastle, sorry. Brentford, I think they'll go down. I just don't see them staying up, unfortunately. 18th for Brentford. 13th for Bournemouth, and that leaves Fulham in 14th. So there are my predictions. Let me know yours in the comments.
Yeah, well,
Ooh.
you surprised with that?
I'm surprised by a lot of those, but again, Doug's a good mate of mine. Obviously, he's a good friend of the channel. He's got a quality level of footballing knowledge, and the enjoyment that Doug brings to his predictions always consistent. There's a few of them I think are tad low, but I get why he's saying it. A few stand out to me that are low. Number 1, Everton. I think
Yeah.
Everton are actually lower than what Doug thinks. I actually think Everton are going to finish above 10th. I think Everton are actually going to be. I think Everton will probably finish around 9th to 10th in the league. I actually think their team is coming on. Obviously, I can see why people are maybe a little bit hesitant on Everton, but they got rid of Calvert-Lewin, which makes them 4 positions better in the league. Which is an automatic improvement. No offense, Karl.
None taken.
I despise Calvert-Lewin. I think I do see why he's got Brentford to go down. I think if they lose Vissa to the barcodes that nobody wants to play for, Rejection FC on Football Tinder, as I call them, then absolutely, I think Brentford will go down. I agree with Wolves. I think Wolves only have, in my opinion, 2 good players left.
Yeah.
João Gomez and Totti Gomez.
Yeah.
That's it. If they lose those 2, that's it. So I hope they go down so Man United gets João Gomez on the team.
Yeah, I question what's going on with the ownership at Wolves at the moment,
No
because
idea.
yeah, it's been a huge mess for the last couple of years, and I think that's what I think. I just don't know how they're going to get through that scenario, and I think I'm surprised that because of what's going on, because it is a Chinese ownership, I thought they would have sold the club back years ago because of the situations of the President Xi restricting of using foreign investments on clothes. But surprised they still own it, but looks like they're going to have to sell up at some point.
I think there's a reality of it that really settles in for them, and I think, see, ever since they walked away from Jorge Mendes, I know obviously he was very favourable in their transfers, but ever since they walked away from him, they've really lost everything.
It's scattergun. It's gone scattergun completely now. Yeah.
Like, I know obviously should an agent be heavily involved in a club's transfer dealings? No,
No.
but would you want someone like Jorge Mendes to be involved in your transfers?
Yes.
Yes, because look at the quality of players that guy has on his books. He has arguably one of the best midfield talents in his entire roster in terms of Ruben Neves, who's another player that my club should have signed but chose not to because we're stupid.
Yeah.
Like he's playing in the league that nobody wants to watch, but he's still one of the best holding midfielders in the world. And I'm like, Wolves could do with a player like him right now. And I'm like, they had so much quality and they've lost them all. And
Yeah.
that I think for me the iceberg moment was, even though it was it was 70 million, they can't replace Cunha even with 150 million. Like
No.
I don't think they've got anybody they can go, yeah, he replaces Mateus Cunha. Like they are in deep trouble. And I agree with Burnley. I mean, Burnley, I said it to you guys last season. I said on the World of Football podcast
Yeah, you did.
that yes, Burnley had an amazing defensive record in the Championship last season, and I credit that. But I said it to you guys at the season ends. I barely watched the Championship. I watched Burnley a few times. All of a sudden, they start scoring goals at the end of the season. For me, Burnley are a very sus team. That record is incredibly sus. Like, there's no way in a Championship season any team should be getting that amount of goals conceded or clean sheets, because you play so many games. Keeping such a tight defense all season is so incredibly tricky, you know? So I find it so incredibly weird. But I reckon they're gonna concede more than 60 goals in the Premier League.
Do you think they will break Leeds United's record in that particular fashion, or what Leeds went through a couple of seasons ago when they did concede so much goals and it unfortunately got us relegated?
Yeah, because they've got Scott Parker as a manager. And I know obviously they won the championship with Scott Parker, but we've seen how well he does in the Premier League. Badly.
Absolutely.
So I
Yeah.
think I think Burnley are in huge trouble. I think they're in huge trouble.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
We do need two promoted teams to stay up though,
Yeah,
because it's ridiculous that none of them seem to stay up anymore. It's been a long time since any club has stayed up from the championship, so
that's
it's got to
true.
happen.
That's true. That's true as well. Actually, we'll go through some team news today. And actually, Doug's just asked me some good questions, actually. So he's asked me, does DCL make his debut Monday, Carl? I probably think not. I don't think at on the start 11, no, because I think Peru's could be the main focal point. But I
Yeah.
can see him coming off the bench during the second half, because I think DCL is going to be probably our target man as what Fark is going with the 4-3-3. He'll be the target man. So I will say he will make his debut from the bench. I will probably say that as well, actually.
Are
So
you hesitant on Farka in the Premier League though, or do you think it's wise to keep him? Are you?
I'm in the mixture of both sides. So
Yeah,
I am a bit realistic. I want him to give a chance to see how he does with a
yeah.
team that's got with a proper budget. But I got to be cautious to make sure he needs to be very flexible and adapted as well. So that's this difficult case scenario with that. So for that matter, I rather be he's got to get a good decent start.
So
If he
what would
doesn't,
be realistic for you then? Say first 10 games.
if we get at least, I don't know, about 3 to 4 wins, a couple of draws, and maybe a couple of losses, and maybe we'll probably okay. We'd be satisfied because we're not expecting a big challenger for the top half. We expect it just to be established Premier League side again this time to do it properly now. So I would be happy with that. I'll be satisfied with that. The worst case
So
scenario, if we don't get much wins, they'll have 2 wins and less bit of draws and losses. There's questions about his ability.
so
That's
Ma-
what I would.
so in a sense then, basically in comparison, Marco Silva's Fulham then.
Yes, that's
All right,
what I
that's
would
fair.
say.
That's
Yeah, I
fair.
would say
No,
more
that's fair.
Marcus.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's what we need to do this time around is be
yeah,
what Fulham did. So that is
hmm
a good question. And
yeah.
actually, there is some news that we heard in the last 24 hours or so that we know that Ellison and Savinho are not going to be in the squad for Man City's late evening against
Yes.
Wolves. James Trafford is going to start for City tonight. We know that Edison's been linked to move away Reece to Galatasaray. Seville's been linked to move away
Bid
to
was made.
Spurs.
A bid was made for Ederson this morning, 10 million euros.
Yeah. What did that say?
I tell you what, though, and this is quite funny because my dad's a City fan.
We know.
Yeah, which is again not one, not one of those I'll jump on the bandwagon fans. He's been there since League Two, so I'll let him off.
Fair.
My concern for this, right, is you signed James Trafford for 40 million quid, which is fine. I know he obviously
Including
used
the
to,
buyback as well, so it cost him at least 30 million or 13 million altogether, at least. So
yeah,
yeah.
I get it. He's an ex-City player. What I don't understand is what is the intention? Are they now looking to make their squad a little bit more English contingent, where they're
It,
aiming to have maybe the England future England number one? I don't know, but why
yeah,
on earth?
that's what it sounds like. And I think I'm looking at the situation at the moment because of the homegrown rules and especially the UEFA. I think they have now turned in that direction a little bit,
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
think is very intriguing. But my other question is, why at this point would you then allow someone like Ortega to leave? You don't need to bring in Donnarumma. I think personally, this I don't know what anyone else thinks in the chat. Um, I think the Donnarumma links is Man City's form of revenge.
Yeah.
I think they're using Donnarumma to get to Manchester United. I think they're trying. I think they will go in on Donnarumma to make us go in heavy on him, and then allow them go for who I think is the goalkeeper they really want. I think they're using Man United to get Donnarumma so they can go for Diogo Costa.
See, that is
And
it's like
I think we're stupid. I like Donnarumma. He is a shithouse, but he is a talented goalkeeper, and he's not a full on player at the back goalkeeper. He's just a big, powerful shot stopper.
yeah.
I feel like if we want to play a type of style that is building from the back, is confident with the ball, I personally think we should get ahead of City and go after Costa.
Mm,
I wouldn't mind Donnarumma at 25 to 30 million, whatever they want, but I would rather we go for Costa. I know obviously it's an expensive risk, but
yeah.
it's a more of a safer risk than fricking Andre doesn't save a easy goal. Well, you can't save a goal. Andre can't save an easy shot, but Will still's going to make a save because there we go, because we're going to make a move on it. Oh, Nana. Like, he cannot be our goalkeeper this season. And I would rather we honestly play Vitek, our third choice goalkeeper, than him or Bayender. And I don't mind Bayender, but he makes the same mistakes. I feel like we are in trouble. We need midfielders, we need a goalkeeper. Why
Yeah.
didn't we re-sign Kovar? Ten Hag doesn't want to use him at Leverkusen. He's one of our ex goalkeepers. Bring him back in. Hell, I would take Dean Henderson back, and I don't think he's that good. And I think he's a snake.
That's fair. That's a fair point. I can't argue with that one. We just got some team news ahead of the lunchtime kickoff between Villa and Newcastle.
That's
So
a good
just
point, Doug. Yeah, he's on loan at Bristol. I forgot we loaned him out. Did he? How
yeah.
well did he do in his loan? By the way, does anyone know what his debut was?
Who?
VTEC's loan for Bristol. Does anyone
That's a
know
good
how?
point. Yeah. Do you know what? I forgot about VTEX at Bristol City. Yeah. Need to ask Annie about that one. Yeah, completely.
Yeah. Ooh,
Right.
I didn't.
So
I didn't realize that Martinez was suspended.
yeah, because he got split from last season for his red card. So Emre Martinez is not going to be in goal. So yeah, Michael Bizot is the summer signing. He's the only new signing in the starting lineup.
Mm,
Evan Gussard, the £26 million signing from Rent, he starts on the bench. While Newcastle without Alexander Isak, so that means Anthony Gordon will fill up up the front in Isak's absence. So the team uses Bizot, Cash, Conga, Mings, Dinge, Kamara, Onana, McGinn, Tillemans, and Watkins. Paul Torres is on the bench with Matson, Bogue, Bereda,
ooh.
Malin, Jimo Alba, England Jr., Gussard, and Wright. Newcastle, they start Ante Elanga, and he makes his debut, while Nick Pope will still be in the goal, while Miller and Aaron Ramsey are on the bench. So, yes, you see the Newcastle's 11 there, down here. That it's Pope, Trippier, Shah, Kiri Trippier is linked with a move away to Monaco. We don't know what's going to happen. Shah, Byrne, Lorimento, Tonali, Joe Linton, Guimaraes, Barnes, Gordon Langer in the starting 11 with Lewis Hall and Botman, Tor, Kath, Osula, Murphy, Sobu, Miley, and Ransdale on the bench.
I think
So
Tuchel will be a decent signing for them. He didn't end last season pretty well for Milan, but I think he might do well for Tuchel. I'll say though, why on earth are they playing two right backs as their full backs? It's
well,
stupid and nonsense.
let me mental can play on the left. Actually, he's good at that
Yeah,
to the about that. But I always thought this is going to be what's going on, and I think we do need to get to the point about Alexander Isak. Him not he's not we're not surprised that he's not on the in the squad or anything. Yeah.
yeah. I
Do
think
you
they're
think?
picking the wrong player up front though. I mean, I personally, in that case, I would have put Elanga up front. I don't think Anthony Gordon is that good through the middle, whereas Elanga's done it through the middle and on the wings. I
Do
think
you
when
think
they
that will rotate during during the first 15, 20 minutes, just rotate both of them and see how it goes?
wouldn't surprise me at all. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm not too keen on the Villa shape. They're playing four central midfielders. Like instead of like, there's no width in their team on the bench. Like sorry, on the starting lineup. They're going to rely a lot on that. Are they going to play just a diamond, hope that they can keep Newcastle stretched so they can go through the middle? I don't know, but I feel like it's a big
Yeah,
call
they're
by.
lined up in the 4-2-3-1 formation. So it's Cameron Onana, McGinn's playing on the wide wing,
Oh,
Rogers on the right, and Tillman is in the middle.
Jesus Christ! I'm Unai Emery's got a death wish because John McGinn out wide is useless.
And I think there's a reason for that because Leon Bailey is not on the bench because he's been linked to a move away as well. I think he's been linked to move away to Spain. I think he's either to Spain from what
Yeah,
I heard. So
I don't
yeah,
think I don't think Kamara's been that good for Villa. I mean, he was good coming into Villa, but I don't think he's been good since. I think they should play Tielemans and McGinn in midfield and just play Ealing Jr. and Rogers as the wide players.
yeah.
Losing Jacob Ramsey is an interesting one, though.
Yeah, he's going to Newcastle, which is for the day he's joining. He should be that deal should be done probably in
Yeah,
the next 24 hours or so. Especially he's not in the squad, so which is not a surprise. So, but his Newcastle transfer situation and it's also Villas as well. Do you worry about those two teams, especially how Newcastle's situation? They missed out on João Pedro, Liam Delap, Igor Ikite, Hugo Ikite, all those players. Where is what is gone wrong, and especially also at Villa as well with the PSR. Both these teams are having issues with their PSR.
I think the issue for Newcastle is they can have all the money in the world, but who realistically wants to go and live or play in Newcastle?
Yeah,
Like
it's like
it's a in the nicest respect, Newcastle is a dump. Like in the nicest way, like you go there for a party, you don't go there to
that's it.
play
Good night
football.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like Newcastle have got all the money in the world, fair enough, but they're not gonna get anywhere. I actually don't think Newcastle will finish in the European places the way they've gone. I actually think they'll drop. I don't like the closest they're gonna get is maybe Conference League football. They're gonna struggle with the fact that nobody wants to play for them at all. The players they've got, great. But apart from that, they've got not a competent bench. I don't think they've got a decent attack at all to compete. And Pope's coming down, and they signed Ramsdale on loan. Like that's your backup. Ramsdale, the king of relegations. Like I think it's incredibly stupid by Newcastle. They're if you're a Newcastle fan is watching this, I'm sorry if I offend you, but it's just the truth. Like yous are not as exciting as the club is bigger than you. Like Sunderland are a more attractive proposition in my opinion than Newcastle, and I'll continue to say that anyway, not to keep Michael on side, but it's just truth. Like I'm just not convinced by Newcastle in general. I think the way they're located doesn't help, and nobody wants to play for them. They've got to pay over the odds anyway to get players in now. Anyway, the excuses are absolutely funny about certain players rejecting them. Like the excuse that came up from Newcastle fans that Sheshko rejected them because we offered more money. We offered less money to buy him. We offered less wages. It's plain and simple. Manchester United, despite finishing 15th in the league, is far more attractive than Newcastle. Emblemo, 72 million, chose us over Newcastle because it's more attractive. Like, Chelsea is far more attractive than Newcastle, hence João Pedro. Like Newcastle, I think Newcastle fans are stuck in their head. They think they're attractive as a football club.
Mm.
They're not. Name me 5 things about Newcastle United as a football club that's attractive besides money.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe the fans,
The
because
fans is probably one.
but
I,
that's it.
that yeah, the fans is one. I can't think of anything else. Actually, I really can't.
There's nothing.
I would say the staging, but it's not as what is vocal, like because the gut. It depends. But it's probably the fans. It's more the fans. That's it. But
They're
if we
always
need,
there. I'll give them that, but that's it. Fans and the money, but there's nothing there that screams competitive trophy winning club. Yes, they won their first trophy in donkey's years this season, but that's their ceiling under Eddie Howe, and they're going to stick with him. That's another reality that people aren't accepting.
yeah, absolutely. Do you be surprised if with? Do you think Newcastle get well? They can't get the place of the league because we know that Jacob Murphy's going to sign it. Wesser is not in the squad for Brentford as well
Yeah,
this weekend. This is a huge mess for Newcastle, and
yeah.
especially, do you think that now they're regretting after letting Amanda Staveley go?
Oh yeah,
Especially, she's the one who actually, and I remember in the documentary, she's the one who said, "I want Anthony Gordon," and she got it, and she got him.
yeah. I feel like the crazy thing is, I feel like she knows exactly what she sees in a competitive side and recruitment, which is she did well to recruit some good players for Newcastle in terms of like who she brought in. Newcastle's biggest problem as well is they're trying to act like Real Madrid. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah,
they're trying to act like Real Madrid with one manager, one president. They make the decisions, which I get it. The problem is Newcastle are not and will never be Real Madrid. Newcastle need a direction that's got people in specific roles that'll actually take them on. They are lacking a lot of leadership behind their manager and above as well. So yeah, they're screwed.
yeah, pretty much. They are screwed as well. Actually, let's move on to last night's game, the opening match. What a game, actually, at
Mm,
Anfield. The champions Liverpool winning 4-2 against Bournemouth. But the controversy has to come, and I can't believe it happened on the Upper Day season with Anton Semenyo was racially abused by a Liverpool fan within the first half, and the game
yeah.
was temporarily suspended for a bit. The rumors was he did the police ID'd him, but they couldn't remove him because he was in the wheelchair. So
I don't care.
you
And
don't care. I know, and I'm not. I think they should have dealt with it straight away to get him removed. But the story was he couldn't remove straight away because he was in a wheelchair and they had to do stuff. So, but Reece, this is just. This is why
I
we still need to kick out campaign to say this.
yeah, I know this is going to sound controversial because obviously my youngest brother's in a wheelchair. But if I don't care if I don't care if you're able, like if you're fully able or not. If you're racist, like it doesn't really matter. Like you should be removed. Like it's not the sense of like, oh, this person's disabled, give him special treatment. No,
No,
exactly what they've done. They've
yeah,
gave him special treatment because of his condition. I get it; it's horrible for someone. And if anyone comes in here thinking I'm being offensive to disabled people, I'm definitely not. Like I'm
no,
and
you
this
know,
and the circumstance being this guy was openly racist to another human being, a football player of a different color. He openly made these offensive remarks. There's no escaping that. So
no,
why should he be unpunished? Like I'm sorry, but if this was a black disabled
yeah,
human being in the fans, he would have got more than rejected at the stadium.
yes, exactly.
He would have,
Even I would tell you that if that, yeah, I would
he would,
agree.
like, you know, for a fact, someone beside him would have turned round and looked at him, and then probably would have whacked him.
Yeah,
So, like, I feel like this is just favourable treatment that goes no favours. So, like, to Semenyo, obviously, it's horrible, and I hope that this fan is dealt with accordingly. I agree with Doug about what Doug's saying about the whole. It wasn't a group of Liverpool fans; it was one fan. I watched the highlights back. I didn't watch the game because I was streaming at the time, but I did watch the highlights, and I thought I'm gonna say as well, Liverpool were lucky to win.
Yeah, I was. I watched the rest of the second half because I was out with my gig buddy Stefan, who he's a disabled Hibs fan, and it was our first time meeting. I just told him what happened after the gig we went to see, and
That's good, Michael. That is good. If that's what
yeah,
Michael's saying is true, that's good because it's disgusting.
yeah,
Like
it is.
I don't care what your situation is. Like there's still no reason to be racist.
No, no,
So
absolutely not, absolutely
yeah,
not. And I think Semenyo, he had to. It was like Doug said, it was disgusting. It was horrible to see Semenyo get erased. It'd be
yeah,
credit for him to make it known to agitate. And I think Adi handled the situation really well because, like Doug said, half the Liverpool squad is black too black to make it make sense.
yeah.
But like you said, Liverpool were very lucky to win last night, and give credit to Bournemouth. They got the win, and then
Mhm.
they came back from 2 goals down.
Yeah, and great goals as well. I mean, it's interesting as well that you look at there's a nice goal obviously by Chiesa to get the third goal, and then they just sealed it for the win. But in general, it may have just been new season, just not up to speed yet. But like Liverpool in the second half, like they just weren't there at all. I think Bournemouth were unlucky not to get a point. I think a draw was probably the right result in my opinion. But
Yeah,
obviously, that's not what happens. Obviously, Liverpool did win 4-2, but I feel like the way Liverpool played, it's such a whole new defense as well when attacking lineup. It was very. It's a bold risk for them. We'll see how they go for the rest of the season. Hopefully, they don't win the league, but the manner behind it though is they've off to a strong start, and after spending 300 plus million, they had to get a strong
yeah,
start.
they have signed Leone from Parma as well.
Yeah,
Do they get Matt Guay now because we saw with Konate? He just didn't look. He was bit no off. He was a bit off last night. Very
mm.
off.
I think they will go for him. Yeah, I think they do need something. To be honest, see another one. See Van Dijk. He got turned like inside and out last night as well. I think the
He
Liverpool.
did.
It's going to be a. This is going to be a tough thing for Liverpool fans to hear, but I think they need to look at replacing Van Dijk now.
Mm. To
If
start
Van,
ahead, 2 seasons ahead, just he dips off. Yeah,
if I'll say this now with great respect to Doug. If Van Dijk is Liverpool's starting centre back next season, these are in trouble.
yeah,
I don't care how controversial that sounds. They need to have Van Dijk needs to be either second or third choice centre back for Liverpool next season.
yeah.
And
You guys,
he's an incredible defender. I'm not saying he's a terrible defender, but I'm saying
no,
his injury record and obviously it's catching up now.
yeah,
It's time. It's time.
yeah. Those that's the question. Do you guys think what I think that Conte's head is in Madrid? I do think so. I really do. I think
Mm,
it's not a surprise. I think when he's going into the last year of his
yeah.
contract, I would have to say you probably your best thing if you want to do it. I'd probably say sell him now because he's not going to extend the contract. Don't lose him for another freebie. No free. Don't let that happen. I think you need to sell to get that money to let him. And I think that's when you get Gray and you got Leone. But like I said, you got to get someone to replace Van Dijk. I think, yeah, his head is in Madrid at the moment.
It's quite crazy as well because with the injury to Levi Colwill, apparently Chelsea were considering signing Kanati as well. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but Kanati doesn't strike me as a Chelsea type
No, I
availability.
don't. I don't see that. No.
It makes no sense to me, but I do think that obviously Liverpool need to start planning ahead. Yes, they're signing Leone, who AC Milan have allowed to happen, which is disgusting.
You
Because
were
he
linked
was
with him. I forgot about you lot linked with him. Yeah.
all bloody summer as well. And I was like, you sell Thiago, go get Leone, and they've just lost him now, which is disgusting. But like, sure. I think they do need to make a move of it. Are they going to do it? I don't know, but I think I'm surprised Liverpool don't have a single predominant left-sided defender. They're all right-footed centre backs,
Yeah, that's
which is
true. Yeah.
quite surprising. Like I think Liverpool should look around the league, make some smart moves. Like, will they? I don't think so. I would honestly say right now, I think even though I don't mind him as a player, I think Totti Gomez from Wolves would be a decent signing for Liverpool. I
That's
think
actually,
he's another
yeah,
player that he's a player I would have considered at United as well from a left-sided centre-back option because we need to add them. I think he would be decent for Liverpool, Totti Gomez. I think he's incredibly underrated.
yeah. Well, do you know what? That's a good point. That's actually a good, interesting option you said. Actually, oh, Doug's just got. Is there more debate now that Mo Salah is world class?
I think Mo Salah's been world class for the past 2, 3 seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, here's a question: what's your metrics for world class? For me, to be world class, you've got to be top three in your position.
Yes.
And I feel like, and consistently, I feel like Mo Salah's been world class for the past 2, 3 seasons. So, I mean, I can't stand the guy in terms of the numbers he does against my club, but in terms of consistency, he's up there. He's more world class than Harry Kane.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it's a fair assessment. I echoed that as well. You know, he has been for the last 2 3 years. He's been the top
mm,
three in of consistency as well. So like Doug said, 10 open a day goals in 9 seasons. It's
mm,
unbelievable. It
yeah.
really is unbelievable. I don't think I can't see no one breaking that record ever now. No one's
I think people are quick to label certain players world class just because of the clubs they play for, and that's where they are. Like Lamine Yamal, for example, is an excellent player, but he's not world class yet.
no.
Like the next 2 seasons, considering his last 2 seasons, you can say within a 4 season gap, Lamine Yamal, you could say is world class.
Yeah.
You could say he's got world class potential, but he's not world class for me. Like he's going to be there. For me, world class is Mo Salah. World class is Usman Dembele. For me, like those are the two best right wingers in the world. I look at that fragment. Another player who goes under the radar, Rodrigo, for me is world class,
Yeah.
but like it's not an immediate. It's a build up. It's gradual. It's
Yeah.
consistent. And I'm like, people are quick to say, "Oh, this person's world class. This person's that world class." Well, no, they're fucking not. Like Rafinha is world class, and he's been proving it for the past couple of years. And people wrote him off, and I'm like, no, he is world class.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Lamine Yamal is world class potential.
Potential thing, yeah. That would, yeah. That's I'm saying this to the Barcelona fan. That's what I would say. As a Barcelona, I do agree. He's world class potential. He's
Yeah,
not there yet, but he's world class potential.
exactly. And I feel like people are quick to just say this person's world class when, well, come on. Like, it's the same people that say Bukayo Saka's world class. No, he's not.
No,
It's the same people that think even Wanyeri is world class. Based on what?
yeah.
Those, and I'm like,
That's why I don't put that message in early on.
oh,
So
they're so strange. Like I was laughing. I was laughing at an Instagram reel yesterday, and I burst out laughing. It was Man United 2008 versus Arsenal 2025. So this is obviously pre Wes Brown in the side. It's just Gary Neville at right back.
yeah,
So it was Van der Sar, Wes Brown, Ferdinand, Vidic, Evra, Ronaldo, Scholes, Giggs, Carrick, Rooney, and I think it was Tevez.
Tevez.
I think it was
Yeah,
Tevez that they've listed as the 11 they chose.
yeah.
He said Van der Sar just.
What do you mean, Van der Sar? Just come on.
He picked Lewis Skelly over Patrice Evra, saying his ceiling is higher.
No, hang on a second. I'm gonna listen. I hate Man. You and I hate Man United, but I have to admit, Patrice Evra was one of your best
Thank you.
defenders. That period that you had.
You know what's worse? He picked Saliba over Rio Ferdinand.
Oh my god.
And then he said, and you know what's even more delusional? He left out Scholes, saying Scholes hasn't won so much, and he picked Odegaard. And then he chose Carrick, saying Carrick won a lot, didn't he? Over Declan Rice.
Yeah. Let me just pull
It's
up
an
what.
I'm actually going to find the Instagram reel and I'll see if I can send it to you because I honestly I burst out laughing. I will see
I'm
if
gonna
I can find it. I
I'm
think I
gonna
said
get the troll. How many these postcodes not one nothing? Let me just get up his honors. Okay,
like
Premier League.
like Scholes has won 11 Premier League titles and
Well,
he's
11 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 2 Champions League, 1 Club World Cup, uh, five Community Shields. Uh, do I
there
need
is
to go further?
I'm actually sending you. I'm actually going to send you the reel into our group chat, and you can laugh. I actually commented on it saying his lack of ball knowledge is evident. Typical Arsenal fan. Like I actually commented on it. In fact, I'll get you my exact comment.
Yeah, please, yeah.
There's 1,000 comments.
Oh
Typical.
my god.
I put terrible ball knowledge. Typical Arsenal fan.
Oh, here we go. Right, okay.
Bring up
Right.
on screen for everyone to laugh at it. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
well, I am
absolutely.
going to bring it up on screen.
It's
Let me.
it's so
I'll,
funny.
I'm going to log in because I think I need to watch this and see for myself. Thinking what
I'm,
what.
the fact that he says, "Oh, he left out Scholes because he like," and he's like, but then he said, "Oh, Carrick's in because he won so much." Scholes won more than Carrick.
I know that
I'm like,
just
make that make sense. And he's like,
yeah.
"Oh," and he picks Gary Neville, but then he goes on picking Saliba. I was like, "Come on."
Right, right. I am logging in now as I'm going to log into my
Oh, you
Instagram.
want to know what's worse? Wait to see the biggest shock. He picks Rooney, but wait to see who else he leaves out.
Right. Well, let's just
Leave
yeah.
it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Leave it that. Yeah. As I'm now trying to log in to get through my yeah, this is interesting because it looks like I don't
Even all I'm gonna say is even Doug as a Liverpool fan and yourself as a Leeds fan, you are going to laugh your heads off. Put it that way.
yeah, right. Let me right. I'm in now. So let me get on
Yeah,
to the link you sent there because
it's in. Yeah, it's on the Twitter group chat. I
I
sent
got
it
it
on
now.
Twitter. Yeah,
Right. Let me just I'm
yeah.
gonna start.
Honestly, Paul, you're gonna laugh your ass off. And Doug, I know Salah on 187, same as Andy Cole, is incredible. And I don't know who this guy is as an Arsenal fan, but he's embarrassing. Put it that
Right.
way.
Right.
Oh God Almighty! Wait to hear this.
Or David Raya.
That's hard. It's got to be Van der Sar.
Yeah. Overall, as a footballer, Raya could probably get there, but right now, Van der Sar.
Raya's done what was it? 2 Golden Gloves in 2 seasons.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
But Van der Sar's won a lot more.
Unbiased. We love that. We love that. Next one, Lewis Skelly or Patrice Evra.
Lewis Skelly.
Over Patrice
Everything.
Evra.
Yeah, Lewis Skelly. His ceiling is way higher.
Do you know what? We had that on camera. Fair play, mate. Next one, Urian Timber or Gary Neville.
I think I like Gary Neville more as a pundit than I did as a player.
Rio Ferdinand or William Saliba.
That's unfair. That's a Saliba. I'll stick with Saliba.
Okay,
Let's
we
go.
got Saliba for that. Next one, Gabriel or Vidic.
Vidic, I think. Although Vidic, I think he's just won loads, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an absolute leader. Many
think
trophies. Sorry, mate.
That's
yeah,
a
cheers.
good pairing. That centre back pairing. To be
Okay,
fair.
cool. Nice one. Next one. Here's a tough one, mate. Paul Scholes or Declan Rice.
I'm going to go full bias here. Rice.
Do you know what?
Get Rice
Arsenal
in.
fans will agree with that.
Yeah, he has absolute lungs on him.
Yeah, fair play. Zubimendi or Carrick.
I feel like Carrick just won a lot. So for now, we'll go Carrick. That seems fair.
Fair play. Next one, Odegaard or Ryan Giggs.
That's tough. They're different players, so I'll go Odegaard.
Okay, fair play. Next one, CR7. And there's one player who I'm going to compare him to right now, Bukayo Saka. What are you saying for that one, mate?
Saka, get Saka in.
Okay, so Saka's made the team. Okay, next one, Wayne Rooney or Gyökeres.
Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, yeah.
That's a no-brainer. Probably the best striker in Premier League history.
Yeah, but hopefully by the end of the season, I'll be made to look like a fool on that one.
Maybe he could score 30 goals. You never know. And the last one, Nani or Madueke.
I mean, give Madueke a chance, sure, but like Nani did achieve a lot in his career, so we'll go Nani for now.
Okay. Man United 2008.
What the hell? Seriously? Are you serious? How did that fan? A lack of knowledge? What the absolute? Oh my god, Reece. Oh god. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but name, and this is not me being biased to my own side. Name me one Arsenal player from this current team that gets in that Man United team that won the Premier League and the Champions League that season. None of them.
No.
None of them get
No.
in. The closest you could maybe say, I'll be truly honest, the closest 2 players is Saliba on our bench, considering the fact that our backup options at the time, Wes Brown played a right back, but in terms of like the actual like that whole season, pretty much. But like Saliba as a decent centre back backup option, that'd be okay because obviously Johnny Evans was relatively inexperienced. But Saliba as a backup, Declan Rice would be a decent bench option alongside Anderson, Hargreaves. But you pick Odegaard over You're picking Declan Rice over Paul Scholes, and you're picking Odegaard over Ryan Giggs,
Yeah.
who, by the way, even as a 39-year-old central midfielder, was still propping up breaking records that season.
Yeah.
You're picking Bukayo Saka over Ronaldo, who scored 42 goals and won the Ballon d'Or, and he won the Premier League Player of the Year. And you're picking his exact reasons for choosing Rooney was, I might live to regret these words. Wayne Rooney is the greatest English player to ever play in the Premier League. Come on.
Yeah.
This is, and he says, "Oh, I'll give Madwicki a chance, but I'm picking Nani." How could, like, see if it was Nani versus Bukayo Saka? I would probably say that's a fair example. But Ronaldo versus Saka, and he goes, "Oh, easy." How is it easy?
That's not that easy. What you would have said Ronaldo, for Christ's sake.
Exactly. And how is it unfair that it's Saliba versus Ferdinand when Ferdinand is one of the greatest defenders of all time, let alone one of the greatest Premier League
Yeah.
defenders? This is my problem with Arsenal fans. This is why I say every single season there's 19 teams in the Premier League and one joker, and Arsenal are the joker. Arsenal are never going to be in a conversation for Premier League title winners. They're not. Like, they're not a genuine football club I take seriously. Like, Arsenal are just there. Like, yes, they're in London, but they're not the biggest club in London anymore.
No.
Chelsea are bigger than them.
Yeah, because they won 2 Champions League and then one more European trophies and Arsenal combined. So
Exactly.
technically,
Same with Tottenham. You could arguably say that in terms of
yeah,
European
even Tottenham as
football,
well now. Yeah,
like,
and West Ham in a way because
yeah,
West Ham did. Yeah,
but like, Jesus wept. Six Arsenal players ahead of 5 Man United players from like one of our out of our 4 best Premier League sides that we've had. The '08 side is right up there. For many, it's our greatest Premier League side. For me, it's right in there. If you're picking 6 Arsenal players from the current team over that squad that won the Premier League and the Champions League, won the Community Shield against Chelsea on penalties, because that was a consistent period, and we narrowly lost out on winning the treble because of the ridiculous decision against Portsmouth in the FA Cup.
yeah,
I'm sorry, you're delusional. This is why Arsenal fans aren't serious football fans.
I know.
They're unserious. Like,
Mm,
Arsenal are the type of football fan that gets jilted at the altar. Like, they are horrible football fans, horrible football club, and they're managed by a pencil. Pathetic football club. I had to show that. I honestly had to bring that up because that is what the definition of football gone wrong is.
yeah, very much so. It is so much going on. Oh my god, yeah,
I'll say as well, Arsenal only have one world class player, and that's Saliba. I'll say Saliba's world class because he's consistently proven the past couple of
yeah,
seasons.
I agree.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus wept.
I know.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, everybody, if you've lost the will to live after watching that video, but I burst out laughing watching that last night.
well, I can't believe I'm seeing that myself after when you showed me that. Bloody hell, yeah.
Oh,
In the background, you saw me in the background, like freaking hell, like
oh yeah, I just I was sitting there like this.
yeah.
Oh,
my
it's so bad.
It is so bad. Do you know what? Let's discuss some other roundup games that we had past week. We'll start off with your boys Rangers, actually.
Let's not.
Listen, I know, you've you've had 2 draws, which has not been your best start in the Scottish Premiership, but you did get through to the Champions League into the playoff round. Yeah, I know you lost 2-1,
Club push.
but you won 4-2 in aggregate. So, give us how do you what's going on?
Russell Martin's in the job.
Yeah,
That's I'm sorry, but see the way the Rangers have started the season. I know this might sound incredibly harsh because he's not lost a league game. Russell Martin should have been sacked after the Dundee game.
Wow, bold
Like,
statement.
the way that Rangers look awful on goal. The only player who's actually showed up is Kasama.
Yeah,
Like, I'm actually genuinely worried. And Dessers last season, the amount of goals he scored, how on earth are you offside for that situation? It's just embarrassing. Nah, Russell Martin in the job, I don't care. He's had 2 Premier League games too many. He should never have got the job.
mm.
I wouldn't be surprised the way the Rangers are played if Celtic finish more than 15 points ahead of Rangers in the league again. I wouldn't be surprised if he stays in the job.
Would you be surprised if Hearts finish above Rangers this season?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all because of Russell Martin in the job.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You got
Like
Club Brugge next Tuesday.
Rangers will
Supposed
win that. They'll win that because Rangers turn up in Europe, but in the league they don't care.
yeah.
It's embarrassing.
If you don't, it's a huge. You playing against a low athletic later on today. My God, if you don't win that one, is there going to be so much?
Oh, if Rangers don't beat Alloa today, by say if Rangers don't win 4-5-0, sack Russell Martin because it's embarrassing if Rangers don't. I know it's disrespectful to say that to Alloa, but there's a gap. There's a leap and bound gap. Much more quality of player, and this is a team that's playing in Europe. If Rangers don't smash Alloa, then how can you stay in the job? A
Mm,
1-0, 2-0, even like if Rangers even concede a goal and still win, it's embarrassing. I won't celebrate if Rangers don't win by more than 4 goals.
yeah.
Like it's really bad. Like you give the job to Russell Martin, who's done nothing as a football manager anyway, and you're giving him the task of stopping Brendan Rodgers Celtic. Nah, I'm sorry, but I don't care if Rangers have got the money with the ownership. They hired a dud.
Mm.
They're stupid.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, time will tell if it, like I said, I just think like again, despite what's going on at Celtic, I know there's been frustration with Brendan Rodgers with the transfer, but they're still going to win it by massive number of points. And like I said, it's a bold claim what our owner Tony Bloom said at Heart, said we probably could challenge for the finish between the gap. I think, like I said, we'll finish above Rangers. I feel we might finish above Rangers because if they don't get their start going by the end of the month, I think it's gone for them.
Yeah, I think it's certainly possible. I think if you keep players fit and firing, you keep yourself consistently getting results all season, you've got a chance. Rangers letting Derek McInnes go to Hearts is another disaster. I don't know
Mm,
why Rangers again have not went for him. I don't get it.
I know, mate. I know, but sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you lost that one. So
Yep. If I will say this though, see if Russell Martin is still in the job by I'll be generous. If he's still in the job by November, then you can forget Rangers winning a single trophy this season.
yeah, agreed. Yeah,
Because
that's agreed.
because
Yeah.
because what's Russell Martin going to take this club to? Like, if he even gets Rangers into the Champions League, fair enough, but he shouldn't be the Rangers manager. I'm like Rangers don't look good with the ball. They don't look good without the ball. They look poor in attack. Gassama's a good sign. He's at least actually looking like a spark, but Russell Martin's going to drain him dry. Like the way
He
Rangers play
plays,
football.
yeah. Oh God.
It's and I like that sign of Rothwell. I think Rothwell's a good sign. Rothwell, Diomande, and Raskin is a good midfield, but not for a possession-based team. That's a team that I would like to see be a high pressing team
Press, yeah, yeah.
because they've got the energy and the direct play to burn. I'm like, oh, I feel like Rangers made a huge mistake with him as a manager, and I was never confident with Russell Martin anyway. And I feel like it's such a risk, and I think it will seriously backfire.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
and I'm concerned. See, I don't care that he used to manage Celtic. I would honestly sack Russell Martin right now and give the job to Postecoglou.
That would be could be probably very controversial in Glasgow, but it could, yeah. Well,
I mean, at least his possession football includes a high press. I would be
yeah,
happy,
true.
but like, no. But if I don't understand like why they didn't give the job to like someone like Muscat, who's been clamoring for the job and plays good football. I don't get why they chose Martin over Muscat, for example.
Mm.
I think they're asking for trouble, Rangers. I think they're asking for a lot of trouble.
Well, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And listen, there was in the group chat where I was talking. Michael, don't you worry. As Doug just mentioned, I'm still doing my stuff with me and Michael Bowers doing the championship review, along with Reece and
Oh yeah.
Annie. So,
Mhm.
guys, we're never going to abandon that. We said that from the last when we got back kicking off with the first game last week. We're never going to abandon it. That's not our plan. So don't worry about
Yeah.
that. The championship is still interested to us as neutrals, and I said that to me and Michael. Said that last week, so we're never going to abandon that. We don't win. Of course, we know. Look at us. We're both.
Neutral.
We both of us. We committed to it from last season, the last 2 seasons. on Ant's channel, on the Ant's LC channel, then on my channel, and we're still doing it for this season. So we're never going to ban it. And neither is Doug as well. So no matter what, we are still doing that show every Sunday night at 8 p.m. here on the Total Lever Hall Football Podcast. So there's no doubt about that. So
Exactly.
don't you worry. Don't you
Yeah.
worry at all.
Don't count your chickens. Just count Will Still's going to be into the job, because Will Still's got to prove he's
Exactly.
got an attacking style, or Will Still's going to end up screwed by Southampton. So Will Still's going to determine the end of the season. So they're there. Check it out tomorrow night.
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, let's look at we'll talk about his what a result. That goal from Kieran Barry, a Weldy man. I can't believe that.
That's the push gas goal already.
I know.
Oh, Doug's put in breaking.
I know.
Breaking news.
News.
Jadon Sancho is still a prick.
Yeah, we saw that what you said in the group chat. Actually.
Oh, he infuriates me, that human.
Yeah, right. We'll see. We've got some breaking news from Doug. We'll get that in a sec. Get that shortly. It'll be interesting to see what he will put up in the live chats. And oh wow, okay. So Crystal Palace have approached Leicester City for Bilal El Khanous. His release clause has been expired, so Leicester can now charge more. El Khanous has also been is linked with Leeds, but was also linked with Newcastle, but Newcastle have pulled out, and he also been linked to a club in Europe as well, in Italy as well. Listen,
El Khanous is an attacking midfielder, isn't he?
yeah. Do you think that's going to be the replacement for Eze? Because we know that Eze's been literally removed to Spurs and Arsenal.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I actually think I had Villa to finish above Spurs because they weren't doing anything. They bring in Palhinha, and then that's how they lost the Super Cup. They took off Palhinha. They would never have lost that game. But if they signed Savinho and Eze, Tottenham finish in the Champions League places.
Instead of who? I would say Newcastle.
Villa and Newcastle.
Yeah, depends who gets that fifth place spot. And yeah, you're right. I would, yeah.
I honestly, if they sign Savinho and Eze, and I really like Savinho when he was at Girona, I would have had him at United, even though despite Girona's got the Man City links, I would have had Savinho any day. If you look at that right now, not order adjacent doesn't really matter. The Champions League places: City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Because Savinho is an excellent player. I don't know why City are letting him go. That doesn't make any sense to me. Eze would give them a strong attacking midfield option, and on the left side as well. There's especially with Madison injured as well. There's some decent opportunities there, especially under Thomas Frank. It would work. It would be hard to rule out Tottenham. One guarantee though is Tottenham are not winning the trophy this season though. That's already done. But I think if they get Savinho and Eze, Tottenham will have a decent run in the Champions League though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Do you know what I would think as well? Because the reason why when you said about Sevilla, why let's say and might let him go, and I think it's been on and off for quite a while. Rodrigo being literally removed from Real Madrid to say, I'm like, can that really happen? Because
I don't understand why Real Madrid would let him go. Like I know people prefer Vinny Jr. I prefer Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo is a far better player.
Yeah, I think he's more kind of the complete package, a bit more polished than Vinny Jr.
Yeah, I feel like if they do sell Rodrigo, whoever gets him, that's a league winning signing. He's one of those players you say is a dream sign. I know I've said on the show quite a lot today that this is a player that I would love my club to sign. Rodrigo is my ultimate attacking dream signing. Like I've always been a fan of him. Like the minute he joined Real Madrid, I was like, there's something about this guy. I've just clicked. But he's right up there. Like he is somebody that I enjoy watching as a league game or a Champions League game. Like he just captivates you. And I honestly find it bizarre if Real Madrid let him go. If they let him go, Alonso is a fool. So I don't know, but like it's a strange one. If he ends up at City, that's a great signing. That's a seriously good signing. But
Yeah,
How much? How much are they got? There's no way they get him less for 100 million. If they get him for less than 100 million, then they've pulled a blinder on Madrid.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It can't be. It's got to be if they get. Yeah, it's got to be around 100 million plus they have to
Yeah,
get in. Yeah, absolutely.
because
Well,
there's no way he's a cheaper player than. There's no way he goes less for a player like Grealish, for example.
no.
That would be that would have to be the most stupid thing of all time. And Doug saying Semenyo's post on X.
Yeah, we'll be interested. We'll get that up shortly as well, actually, to see that as well. Because I'll read out what he say. Okay, so he has posted out. Last night at Anfield will stay with me forever, not because of one person's word, because how the entire football family stood together. To my board teammates who support me at the moment, to the local players and fans who saw the true character, to the Premier League official who handled it professionally, thank you. Football showed its side when it mattered most. Scoring those 2 goals felt like speaking the only language that truly matters on the pitch. This is why I play for the moments like these, for my teammates, for everyone who believes in what the beautiful game can be. The overwhelming support across the football world remind me why I love this sport. Keep moving forward together.
That's nice.
And
That's
he's put on some slides as well in his picture. Number 1, unity matters most. Support poured in and continues to do so. I thank supporters, official, teammates, and family. These messages remind me why I love this beautiful sport. Number 2, football is my passion. Nothing will change that. Nothing will hold me back. 3, together, today, tomorrow, it's the only way. It's how we move forward.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, that can't be. No way.
What have you got?
This is very controversial, and I'm just putting up like a big disclaimer in advance about what I'm about to say. Um, there was this is posted by the. Obviously, I'm just looking at the just online news. This has actually come from the Independent, but last night, what was a Europa Conference match actually. I'm assuming this might be qualification.
Yeah.
Um, Israeli football fans, got to get the correct word, sparked outrage in Poland after displaying a banner reading "Murderers since
I
1939."
saw that last night. I did see something about that. Yeah, I saw it.
That
And
was Maccabi Haifa fans against Rakow Czestochowa in Debrecen in Hungary. So it's even worse. I mean, I've been in Hungary. It's a beautiful country, but it's wild. Obviously, security reasons why I was playing Hungary. But like, yeah. So everyone knows why, but it actually took to X. So Polish President Karl Nawrocki, he was the former head of the country's Institute of National Remembrance, took to X to express his dismay. The scandalous banner displayed by Maccabi Haifa fans insults the memory of Polish citizens, which is correct, victims of World War II, including 3 million Jews. And he wrote, "Stupidity that no words can justify." Why on earth would you do that? Like, this is the problem with football. Is football's gone so political in so
yeah,
many ways, but it was a big banner as well. Murder since 1939, and I'm sorry, but Maccabi Haifa fans, like Israeli fans, have got the cheek to
yeah,
bring that to a game
yeah. They
when
had the cheek to say something like that. That's disgraceful.
they're a bit tone deaf considering what's going on their side of the world right now.
Yeah.
So, like, it's really pathetic shit. I apologise to anyone in advance, but obviously that's why I did put like a disclaimer there. Obviously, I haven't got a visual disclaimer, but I've got like a verbal disclaimer.
Mm. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. I saw it last night and I thought, oh my God.
I've
Yeah.
only just seen that now. I'm like, oh God Almighty.
Yeah, I know. It's a disgrace as well. Do you know, I've not got too long to finish the show, actually. Try to finish on a high. Actually, do you
Yes.
want to talk about the League Cup results, some of the League Cup results?
Hmm.
Surprisingly, Bromley winning against Ipswich Town and penalties. And give credit to Bromley, they actually won this game. Ipswich just did, was it? It did. They just did lack the instinct to finish the game off.
I think that says a lot by their attacking signings, hasn't it?
Yeah, with Omari Hutchinson now going to Nottingham Forest. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that says it all for me. I think we said at the start of the season we had them favourites,
yeah, we did.
and I think now, obviously it's predictions. Obviously, you're not going to go and just change your mind straight away. That would be really stupid.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that by making such an effort and by making such a move, you've sold him for 37.5 million. Who are you going to bring in to replace Amari Hutchinson? And that's not like as a joke statement. I don't think Amari Hutchinson's a great player, but he was pivotal to Tipswich. How are they going to replace him?
I don't know. I think it's a question of who they can find, and I don't think they can find someone that will in the
Me
championship
neither.
to replace for those to get the goals because
Yeah.
listen, George Hirsch he's still questionable. Savish Modric as well. I don't know.
Do you look at certain fringe players across the Premier League that might offer something to you? Like, I mean, they've got the money. Jadon Sancho's available.
Yeah,
I,
would you like to
I
drop
want,
down to the championship?
I honestly want rid of him so fast. I absolutely despise him. Like, oh, it's a horrible. I don't know where they go. I don't know who they sign.
Mm.
I think Ipswich really need to be careful. Kieran McKenna might have a look around, be smart, but
But given case like he doesn't get the players that want, and then it's just a bit slow start. Do you think if the Brentford job ever came up at some point, do you think he will just like hightail and just
I think he gets the West Ham job. I don't think Graham Potter stays in that job,
no?
and I
Mm,
don't. I think I think West Ham made a big mistake taking Potter in the first place.
yeah,
I don't think he's that good a manager.
I think he's ceiling hit after he left Brighton for Chelsea, and look what happened. And yeah,
Yeah, like he is someone that doesn't know how to stick in a job. Like he bolts on a job so quickly and he doesn't actually consider it. I think he made a horrible mistake. But like, yeah, I think West Ham are in trouble. But in terms of Ipswich, I still think Ipswich are gonna finish high, but they need to find an attacker pronto. Who they sign, I don't know, but they need to start looking. Like
mm,
maybe there's someone there, but they need to spend at least 15, 20 million, in my opinion, on a good attacking replacement. There's no
yeah.
excuse for them not to now.
No, there is it as well. So yeah, Wrexham beat Hull City on penalties after drawing 3-3 5-3 penalties. The shocking result was actually Doncaster Rovers beating Middlesbrough 4-0 on Tuesday night. That was probably the shock.
That's why I've got Middlesbrough so low.
There you have as well. And also the other shocking result was Bradford City beating Blackburn Rovers 2-1 as well. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
that shocked me. That one shocked me. The Middlesbrough one didn't shock me in terms of like Middlesbrough losing. The scoreline did, but Middlesbrough, I'm not convinced by them at all.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a great result for Bradford City knocking out Blackburn.
Yeah, and even Leicester losing as well to Huddersfield after 3-2 on penalties, 2-2 draw, and Sheffield United with their another poor start continue their poor run from losing to Birmingham City 2-1 as well. It's just, yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ, Duck!
Oh, Doug. Oh my God.
That. I've got one just for you, Doug. How do you get Pikachu on a bus? You'll like this one. Let's see. I want to see if he actually answers that one.
I want to see you answer actually. Yeah, don't say nothing. Yeah, I want to see you answer. Yeah, that's a good.
How do you get Pikachu on a bus? Surely Doug gets this. Surely he gets this.
I hope he does.
I've got a better answer than what the actual answer is, but like I do like the answer. It is funny. Oh, Doug said no idea. Oh, Doug,
All right, go ahead.
Pokemon.
Oh, that's just so classic.
The funny thing is, my alternative answer is you just charge him
Yeah.
because the electric type. But no, the answer is Pokemon.
Oh my God. Oh God. Yeah.
Double entendre. But yeah,
Mm.
I think for Leicester losing at Huddersfield might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Like I think Huddersfield going through on penalties might actually do Leicester a bit of good because Leicester I think are still trying to gradually grow with Cifuentes. I feel like it's. I want them to obviously they've got to focus on maybe the FA Cup as well, trying to do that. But I think the League Cup exit maybe early. I think it's a blessing in disguise for them. So then they can focus on other games.
Mm. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's kind of a fair point as well. Yeah, I think it could do good for Leicester, but we got the league. We know about the league second round draw, second round draw actually, since both of our teams, which is yeah, we were both in it to win it. Depends on where we go, but this got the Tranmere Rovers Burnout game was postponed. That will be rescheduled for
Yeah.
Tuesday. And then on the 26th of August, we've got some key games. All Premier League action between Wolves and West Ham on 7:30 at 7:30. Brentford go away to Bournemouth. Bristol City home to Port Vale. The key game is Grimsby at home to Manchester United on Wednesday the 27th. My God, Greece.
If we don't win that, I will laugh my ass off.
Yeah, that's what I will say. Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is? You just know something bad's going to happen somewhere. Like, either we'll concede a very sloppy goal or we'll just scrape a win, and that'll still be bad.
I know. Bloody
If
hell.
we, I don't want to see any first team players in that game. No disrespect to Grimsby, but like that's surely a fringe players game. Surely,
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
if
And
we don't, oh God
yeah,
Almighty,
and Leeds go away to Sheffield Wednesday. How's the away fans going to be? Because the North Stand is not in use. So
no
bloody hell,
idea.
I forgot
I
about
think
that.
I was surprised by Sheffield United turning down that offer
Sheffield
for Pierce.
Wednesday. Sorry, Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm surprised that Wednesday turned down that offer for Pierce Charles as well. They're happy to turn down £1 million plus, and I'm like, yous are so sure of yourselves when you're in such financial situation. Like, I know he's a good player and he's vital to them, but I feel like they should have accepted it.
Mm. Yeah, no, I was surprised that that I know which club it was, and it was actually Strasbourg. And when I saw the offer, I thought I would have taken it.
It was Rangers and West Ham as well.
Yeah, yeah.
All three clubs offered over £1 million, and Sheffield Wednesday said no. But yeah, I think honestly, with all due respect to Sheffield Wednesday, I'm predicting a very comfortable result for Leeds. I think Leeds will probably win 3-0.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I just don't know what's gonna happen, because yesterday, uh, it was part unless Chaziri gives the EFL reshoots to pay, they will not be able to sign anyone during any registration embargo. Which actually, just a couple of days ago, the Sheffield City Council did lift the prohibition notice that was in place of the North Stand, which means it's open for the first game of the season.
This is just getting bad to worse for them, isn't it?
It is. It is.
I fear for Sheffield Wednesday. They're another historic club that are in so much dire straits. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's really terrible. It's sad as well for a club who's got that history in the city of Sheffield as well.
Yeah,
It's yeah, no, something needs the EFL needs to do something now because you cannot let this happen if they yeah. Ooh, Doug's giving his prediction. I'm going to say this now. I think Swansea beat Sheffield United. It's not a surprise, Doug, especially how they started this. How they started Sheffield United lost to Bristol City, which was a shocking result last weekend on last Saturday, winning 4-1. I was shocked.
yeah. Same here. Like really hilarious.
Yeah, very surprised. I'm just really surprised. So, yeah, well, time will tell. Time will tell.
Yes.
Well, Reece, I think if we could finish off with the show as well. Listen, are you looking forward to the game tomorrow?
Well, according to Google, we've got a 23.8% chance of beating Arsenal, and they've been given a 50.3% chance of winning. So no. um, I don't know how I was going to go, but if we somehow win that game, then I'll be really happy. But it's I'm eager to see how the season goes. But first game of the season against Arsenal, it's not the best way to start a season, but we'll certainly see how it goes.
Yeah, I know. I know it is. I know it's not what he expected, and yeah, but like I said, see how it goes is the
Yeah,
question. Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
That's all we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. Reece, as I said, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We know where everyone can find you. Tell them where they can find you again.
Yeah, it's obviously in the name of it, obviously, but you can find me on the Weekly Steel Chair, and you can find me here quite a lot, which is going to be fun, and you can find me on the World of Football podcast.
Absolutely as well, and that's it. We are back here tomorrow, live here on the Championship review of the second game week tomorrow. You're live here at 8 o'clock on the Total League Home Football Podcast, and also if you're on the podcast, please go on to onto Spotify, Apple, and we're now on Amazon Music as well. I have uploaded the first of the new season's content from the last week's Championship review. I will be uploading the Saturday show straight after this as well. So please have a listen and subscribe to us. And also, please subscribe to this channel as well. We are now over 105 subscribers who want to get more in during the course of the season as well. Please subscribe as well. I'll put Reece's channel list on here as well, and I'll put the podcast list on the description after the end of this show. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said, everyone, have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Like I said, it's glad to be back on the side of the show. We'll be back here at the same time next week at 11 a.m. And also, I will be back on with Doug to do on both my channel and Doug's channel the first of the match day week of the 20 Premier League review show on Tuesday after the outcome of Monday Night Football between Leeds and Everton, which I will be watching. So yes, I'm hopeful it'll be happy Carl or a miserable Carl depending on the result. But yes, as I said, we've got some more shows coming up the next couple of days as well. So keep an eye on that.
There's actually a little bit of news before we end out. This has just come through from Fabrizio Recycling Man.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest are about to sign Callum Wendell from Rennes, £27.1 million.
That's a huge deal, and also they're in talks to sign Douglas Luiz from Juventus as well. So that deal is still might be eventually happening as well.
Damn.
So yeah,
If they do that, then they've done well to replace the likes of Alanga. They've done that quite well in terms of moving players in and getting players out. Fair play to Forest if they manage that.
absolutely as well. Thank you for that news, Reece. Like I said, that's the end of the show. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for the Championship review with myself. Michael should have Annie on this weekend after he had his birthday. He had his birthday due last week on the same day with Bristol City. Bristol City beat Sheffield United, and so yeah. Yeah, I know you close your mouth, Reece. I know, but we also have Ant on tomorrow with us as well too. So yeah, everyone, have a good weekend. We'll see you guys at the same time next week. Take care for now. Bye-bye.